That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's the dumbest thing I ever saw.
Love Irish people.
Yeah, I do too. Did you like how that one lady in Tombstone had an inexplicable Irish accent?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah. Like, what are you? Whoa!
Oi!
That was fucking cheap.
Oh boy.
Cheap shot. Oh,
boy.
you're just gonna have all of them chasing after you. Ah, never mind.
Oh boy.
This isn't like Dark Souls. They get really uninterested very quickly. Whoa! Look out! Oh! That move.
That is sick, isn't
Love
it?
that. I don't really understand how it could work, but it's okay.
Yes! I have the epic blade of awesomeness.
I have the epic blade! Oh my god. So much murder happening at once.
Oh, you
Whoa.
fucking spin kicked me.
Oh my god. You're getting your shit kicked in.
Yeah, man.
You gotta be careful here. Whoa, he's using another dude's weapon!
That's awesome.
Oh fuck.
Get up.
Oh. Hop, 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 hop. Look out. This is
What the fuck?
This is fucking awesome. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. And he lost interest in
Yeah,
it.
you just get fucked off.
I was actually playing Zelda 2 earlier today.
Oh yeah.
I love that game. God, if it isn't fucking like so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like I don't know. I love how that game's combat feels, you know, with like you're just like trading blows and like ducking and whatnot, like trying to get past the enemy's defenses. But like there's just sometimes where it's like, oh man, I'm just doing everything wrong and I'm getting hit by every single fucking swing that they do.
That's kind of the thing with those old NES games.
And the like,
Have you ever played an old Castlevania?
yeah, they're
It's a lot like
brutal,
that,
brutal. And I think that's what Zelda 2 was largely based off of.
Yeah, that checks out. I've never really put that together, but yeah.
Because like Zelda 2 is so much different than Zelda 1. I wouldn't say so much, but it's just the perspective is different. Oh. Oh, my armor. But like the sideways perspective is definitely like very much like I don't know. It's like a lot of other games.
Yeah.
The top-down perspective of Zelda 1 is actually really unique for the time.
When you think about it, yeah, it is.
So maybe Zelda 1 was more of a black sheep in video game history.
That was pre like turn-based JRPGs like Final Fantasy and stuff. You know, and that's kind of what I associate with that top-down perspective more than I would an action game like Legend of Zelda, or an adventure game, I guess. But like, you know what I mean, like a real-time action combat game.
Wait, what?
Because it's not turn-based. Most games with that top-down perspective are like those early Final Fantasy games, or like Pokemon, or like
I suppose, yeah.
like Chrono Trigger, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, like all those games came out after Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, I think.
Yeah.
But I think, fuck, I need to look up when did the first Final Fantasy came out, because it was at the end of the lifespan of the NES. But like Zelda 2 has a very it was 1987. Okay, so it was
not too long into it.
It was the same year as Zelda 2, I think.
They stabbed him in the butt.
But like Zelda 2 has that top-down perspective, you know, when you're like exploring the overworld.
Yeah.
That's very much reminiscent of stuff like Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah.
But if like Final Fantasy 1 inspired that and it came out like after Zelda 2, it's like what? I think there was a weapon that was just bouncing endlessly for a second. It's like, what inspired that? Like, what was the first game that...
It would have been Zelda 1, wouldn't it?
You'd think. But like you, if Zelda 2 was being like iterative of Zelda 1, then it would have kept like the combat on that top-down perspective. but it was clearly separating them for a reason.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. I'm just wondering like what was the inspiration there. But
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe just trying to stand out and be experimental or something. Maybe.
right, and that's the thing that I respect the most about Zelda 2.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, it's the black sheep of the series, and it sucks and it's terrible," and I'm like, "No, it's actually like really."
If we can like
it's
Breath of the Wild,
whoa.
standing out, then we can like Zelda 2 for it too.
I mean, that's not necessarily my reasoning, but
Right,
it's
but,
also it's very inspirational. A lot of games take the inspiration from stuff that Zelda 2 did, not just from Smash Bros, but like other Zelda games. It's like I don't know. It's just a fun like action game.
Yeah.
You know, with I guess RPG elements, but oh my god, it's not even RPG elements. You just level up. Like that's all that there is. But people are like, oh, that's so un-Zelda like. That's not like Zelda
But
1.
like at the time, the only other Zelda like was Zelda 1, right? So like, was there really like a standard? You know what I mean?
Right. It's like why is it so out of the question for Zelda 2 to be different than Zelda 1?
Yeah.
You know, in such an early era of gaming.
Yeah, it's only something you can say in hindsight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder. I'm pretty sure people at the time were like, "This is really weird and different." And Zelda
Really?
2 was released.
Maybe.
Fuck. I think you got one more guy you gotta take out.
Are you fucking serious?
Are you fucking? Are you fucking down there?
Are ya? Are ya?
I hear it again. I hear the weapon just bouncing endlessly. Maybe that's another sound in the game. I don't know. It sounds like a weapon bouncing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, all the sages and like characters in Ocarina of Time, they're based off of stuff from Zelda 2. So
I didn't even know
there's
that.
your trivia. Yeah, you go to like the town of Mito and Ruto and like Ragu
Really?
and whatnot. Yeah. And like there's a lot of like really good exploration in that game. It's like, you know, it's completely open-ended. So you can go one place, do one thing, unlock an like an item or something, or complete a quest, and like all without beating the first dungeon. You know, like there's a bunch of stuff that you can do beforehand, or you know, you can complete dungeons out of order. You know, you just have to get
Right.
like you don't even have to beat the dungeons until like the very end of the game.
Really? That's cool.
All right, MJ, are you gonna do the barrier skip?
Is there a barrier right here?
Yep. Yeah, like you don't have to complete all the dungeons in Zelda 2 until the very end of the game. You just have to get the items in order to progress around the world.
Yeah.
And that's something I admire about that game actually, is that it's like a Metroidvania, you know, where
Yeah.
the items you collect are what lets you explore and complete at like parts of the story, rather than it just being completely story based. That's what's a little frustrating about A Link to the Past. People are like, "Oh, Ocarina of Time was the game that ruined the non-linearity of the Zelda series." But no, it was A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
It was A Link to the Past, like completely.
Yeah.
You know, it introduced the idea of like the dungeon item being required. You know. So now you gotta go be banning
Be banning at the Forsaken Fortress?
the Fartsaken Fortress. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
The Fartsaken Fortress. If I could just live on a boat for the rest of my life, I think I'd be fine.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Like,
I like being on the water.
just like aimlessly sailing, you know. But except if you aimlessly sail for so long, you'll eventually encounter that one island with like that one like tribe of people that's like super
North Sentinel Island.
yeah, super secretive, and they'll fucking wait. Well, maybe you can beat them now. It's a newly acquired bow and arrow.
Can I?
Maybe it's worth a shot.
I see. Like a shot. The bow and arrow.
Not quite.
What
Go-
the fuck?
Uh,
I'll barrel straight into him.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking
I like his purple cloud.
slime motherfucker. Yeah, what is it? What do you think it means to fart purple? Oh,
Yes.
dude,
Die.
die, motherfucker! Die, you lousy motherfucker!
You lousy motherfucker.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa!
Back to the pretty music.
See,
Jesus.
look how huge he is.
It's a heck of an arm you got there. And what am I? No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now.
Wait, really?
You obviously have a mastery of the air.
Oh,
Now that
I
we've established that you're
suppose.
quite the Wind Waker.
Oh,
Let's see if we can handle this. Shoots me with a gun.
yeah, fucking pulls a revolver on you. Ah. The Ballad of Gales.
Wahoo!
He's so excited. So yeah,
Okay.
now you can fast travel.
Oh, cool. Can I control where it drops me?
I mean, there are certain spots. There are certain islands that you can.
Should I give it a shot?
Sure. Maybe there's. I actually don't know what the closest spot to the Forsaken Fortress is. I don't know what that is. One interesting touch is like in that menu. Did you see like the sparkles all over the screen?
Yeah.
I don't think that's in the HD version.
Really?
I didn't know that existed because I played the HD version first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I played the original,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wait, it does that? Oh.
Oh.
I can't read about found the game when you have made that individual. And the time will come for fight new challenges.
Okay.
So that's an interesting place to know it.
So I have to warp out of here?
Yeah. You just swarp out of here. I was working the other night, and I've been doing the dishes like every single night that I've worked for like, oh my god, it's been like so many months straight. It's kind of driving me insane.
Yeah.
And every time the person who's like prepping the food on like it's like you have like the prep table right where they make all the food, and then you have the dishes like right behind them.
Yeah.
They play this channel, and I'm sorry, all of our
A radio station or?
yeah, all of our country loving viewers.
Ooh.
I fucking despise country music.
Yeah.
And like I already didn't like it with a burning passion beforehand, but dear fucking lord, after having to listen to it for so many hours on end,
Yeah.
while doing a task that's like, it's like that, like, you know, I'm moving around, I'm stressing out because I'm
Yeah.
trying to get it done as fast as possible. That fucking makes me want to blow my brains out. I swear to God.
I think contemporary country music is the most insufferable fucking country music.
it sucks. It's
So
it's
bad.
some of the worst dog shit.
Yeah.
And like oh my god, I have a fucking huge tangent on that for another time. But
Let's let it rip, dude. Let's get it. Let's get it.
okay. So I know it's an easy thing to make fun of modern pop music for having just like the worst garbage lyrics and like, you
Just
know,
being like scientifically created songs, pretty much.
yeah, but
Yeah.
if there's something that I can at least give props to those songs for, is that like an artist still has like a character, you know, like I don't know, you have mumble rap artist number 1 versus mumble rap artist number 2, and like they have stuff that sets them apart from each other, right? Like I might not be a fan of like modern like trap beat style rap, like, but I can at least say like, oh, okay, that's a unique artist. But for fucking modern country,
It's
everyone tries to sound the
It's the
same.
same
They
exact
try
shit,
to sound
yeah.
the same.
Literally.
If it's different, it's like,
Yeah.
if it's different, it's like, that's not country, that
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's infuriating. Why would you want to listen to a genre that specifically tries to sound the same?
yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
No.
and like, oh, and it doesn't help that the radio station, I've done the math. It plays fucking like 15 songs.
Yeah.
Endlessly. I listen to the same like
man.
15 songs for hours on end. Look out.
Whoop, whoop.